Hey guys! So for today's video, I'm going to be doing my experience with telling my ex-boyfriend and my friends about my dolls, and then towards the end of the video, I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to tell somebody about your dolls. So yeah, hopefully this video helps you, and hopefully my experience encourages you to tell people about your dolls, because having dolls is not an embarrassing thing. So yeah, let's just go ahead and get started. So it happened about in the 5th grade. This is when I started telling people about my dolls. I only had one doll, which I got my first doll in the 5th grade. I had a lot of friends in the 5th grade, and I told one of my friends, and I just told a bunch of people. Everyone was so accepting and so happy for me. I had a lot of people stay the night at my house, and we just had a lot of fun with my dolls in the 5th grade. When I started getting older, however, it was a little harder to tell people about my dolls because, you know, I was very scared of their reactions. I was very scared that they wouldn't want to be my friend anymore. They would think I was really weird. I feel like when you tell somebody you have American Girl dolls, they stereotype you and say the stereotypical thing, like, you play with dolls? Like, us age YouTubers, most of us do not play with dolls. Most of us do everything but play with dolls. We do their hair, we buy things for them, we have YouTube channels for them, we just do a bunch of things, and that's really not one of them. However, if you do play with dolls, it's still not something to be ashamed of, because everyone is different, and I feel like that's what makes you so unique. Because everyone just thinks like the doll stage should end at like age 5. So let's get into the first person I told. So like I said, I started telling people in the 5th grade. When I got older, I did not want to tell anybody. So I told my ex-boyfriend first, like when I got older, when I was like 13, and that's when I started telling people again. But I told him first, and his reaction was normal. He was talking about his niece having American Girl dolls, and I was like, I should probably tell him I have American Girl dolls before he starts like bad talking this or something stupid. I don't know. But I just really want to tell him because I felt like I was hiding something, but really I wasn't. It was just like a little thing that I like to do, and it wasn't really hiding anything because it's not bad. But I did tell him, and his reaction was very subtle. It wasn't bad at all. It was actually really awesome because I thought I was in love with this guy, but, you know, we weren't in love. But, yeah, that's why I really wanted to tell him, and he was really fine with it. I think he got the impression that I did play with him, but I wasn't going to, like, clarify that because I thought it made me look 10 times worse. I told him about my doll Instagram, and I didn't tell him about my YouTube because at the time I wasn't really on YouTube making content for my dolls, so I didn't tell him about that. So that's kind of my experience with telling my ex-boyfriend. Now my boyfriend that I have now, I have not told him, but I think I'm going to wait until, you know, I see where this goes. So with my friends, so the next person that I told was one of my ex-best friends. She used to be one of my great friends. We were friends for like a year. And I remember we were sitting in algebra class in 9th grade, and I was like, she asked me, she was like, what do you want for Christmas? And I showed her. I was really hesitant, and I was like, should I show her in my head? I was like, I don't think this is a good idea because she's the type to go around and tell everybody. That's what I was thinking in my head. So then she eventually got it out of me, and I showed her a screenshot of the doll that I wanted, number 50, not number 55, 44. I always get them confused, but number 44. I showed her a picture of it. I was like, this is what I want for Christmas. And she just laughed. She bursted out laughing like so obnoxiously. Now keep in mind, in math class, we weren't really doing anything, so like, it didn't draw too much attention, but a couple people looked back at her because she just laughed so loud. And I was like, are you kidding me? I was so embarrassed because I was like, oh my god, she's gonna go tell somebody in this class that I have dolls. That's why she was laughing. And then she got serious and she was like, wait, really? I was like, yeah. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be ashamed. If she wants to be like this, I'm not going to be ashamed. I'm just going to tell her straight up. Because at this point, I knew that she was acting like, not like a friend to me anymore. So I was like, yeah, I have a collection of them, and I have an Instagram that I do photography on. So she's a really big Instagrammer. She loves Instagram, and she loves her Instagram game to be on top of everything. So she's like, oh my gosh, show me your Instagram right now. And she started getting on my Instagram, and she started like looking at the pictures, and she was like, you make me really want a doll now. I was like, thank you, but after you just laughed at me, I really don't want to be your friend anymore. So yeah, that's basically what happened. We're not friends anymore because she just doesn't act like a friend. She backstabbed me, she went behind my back and did a whole bunch of things that I'm not gonna get into, but she's just not a true friend. I thought she was, but oh well, I don't even know if she still remembers I have dolls, and I don't ever talk to her because she's blocked on everything I ever own. So that's kind of my bad experience, but it wasn't really bad because she was kind of accepting afterwards, and she was trying to give me, she wanted me to give her tips on how to get a good Instagram stuff. And I was like, okay. So the second person I told, I believe, is I actually told him, when was this? A couple months ago. So this is one of my best friends. I've been best friends with him since the 7th grade. And he's came out to me for a lot of things, like being transgender. And I really wanted to, come out to him about my dolls because, I mean, if he can do that, that's like very big to me, and I just feel like I should be comfortable with him, like telling him about like a hobby that I have, because it's just something that bothers me a lot. If I don't tell my best friend about something I do, then it just bothers me a lot. So being friends since 7th grade, I am now a 10th grader, so that is a very long time to not tell somebody a secret of yours. But I finally told him, and his reaction was one of the best reactions I've ever got in my life about having American Girl dolls. Besides those like other two, it was just amazing because he was like, oh my gosh, I support you so much, you're amazing. I was like, thank you, like this is awesome that you're really accepting of me, because he's like the only person I talk to, and he's like my best friend. Like I don't talk to anybody else, and just knowing that he doesn't care about me having American Girl dolls makes me so happy, because then I can post on Instagram. He actually follows me on my Instagram account, and I just told him everything. It was just all in all a really positive reaction from him. Sorry if you guys hear my air freshener in the background. That goes off in like every video, and I'm afraid it's gonna scare you guys. But yeah, so he just was like, oh, this is so cool, like you're so unique, this is amazing. And I showed him my Instagram, and he was like, oh my gosh, you're so good at photography. And I was like, well, thank you. So that was just a really positive reaction I had from him, and that was the last person I told. I still want to tell my boyfriend now currently. I will if things get more serious. I mean, things are already getting pretty serious, but if things, just don't go downhill, I don't want to tell somebody who doesn't deserve to be told, I feel like my dolls and having dolls is just something I'm really passionate about, and they're really worthy to me. I don't want to just tell somebody so they can backstab me, But that's not what I'm saying. Like, I'm not saying he's a backstabber. I'm just saying that I don't feel comfortable yet. I just like to get in a comfort zone where I like to tell people. And I feel like it might be coming soon. I might tell him soon. But yeah, so here are some tips and tricks on how to tell somebody that you have American Girl dolls. Sorry this video is so long. Oh my gosh, this is going to be such a long video to post. Anyways, so if you are wanting to tell somebody, just tell them. They are not your real friends if they do not accept who you are. Like the friend that I told that laughed at me, she's not even my friend anymore. And not because of the doll situation, but just because how she acted to me anyways. I mean, now she's not even my friend, so it doesn't matter to me anymore about what she thinks. But they're not your real friends. And it's just this matter of fact that a lot of people who are older on AGTube, they're scared to tell people because they're not younger anymore, so there isn't a reason why they should have American Girl dolls. Well, there's a lot more worse things that you could be doing than having dolls. Like having dolls and buying dolls and having a YouTube channel or an AGTube or having an Instagram or whatever you have is not a crime, because there's people doing crimes out here every day your age, and you're in here taking pictures of your dolls because it brings you joy and it brings other people joy. So there's nothing wrong with having American Girl dolls. My next tip is to just be as upfront as possible, like I was. Like, even though she laughed at me, I still didn't care. I was like, listen, this is what I'm very passionate about. One of my dolls just literally fell out of the dollhouse, so sorry if you heard that. But yeah, if you're really passionate about something, you have to tell your friends. You don't have to tell them as long as you are comfortable with telling them. You have to be as comfortable as possible when you tell your friends, because I mean, they're the they are the people that are going to be around you, and as long as you feel comfortable with them, then that's all that matters. And as long as they accept you for who you are, that's all that matters. And it shouldn't be a big deal if they are not your friends. When you tell them, say, hey, I have American Girl dolls, or however you tell them, and they give you a negative reaction, they're just not meant to be your friend in the first place. So it's okay. Like, at least you got rid of that negative person in your life, and now they're not your friend anymore, and they shouldn't be your friend if they're going to judge you for that. So this video is already extremely long. I hope you guys enjoyed my experience with telling people about my dolls, and I hope you guys got some tips from this. I don't know if you did or you didn't. It could have just been some basic tips. But I'm gonna go now. I hope you guys are having a great day, and thank you so much for watching.